Good afternoon, or good evening, I should say. Coming to you live from Chicago, Illinois. I am on a roll right now with videos. I know that as an XJW who is no longer an XJW, I want to share a lot of my newfound insights on my journey to being the best that I could be. In my last video, I talked a little bit about identity and why creating a new identity is important and why you don't want to be saddled with the JW or XJW, or I used to be an ex Kingdom Hall goer, ex door knocker, or whatever the case may be. You want to be known as something else, something much greater than what you used to be. And I had some recent conversations with one of my XJW friends in Wisconsin. And if you're watching this video, you know who you are. We had a couple of drinks in Chicago in the Michigan Underground, Michigan Avenue Underground, or something, Lower Michigan Avenue, actually. And we had a great time connecting. And one of the things you and I talked about was change. How changing ourselves and making a physical change sometimes can be a catalyst towards making all the change that we want. Like, growing up as a JW, every focus you had in life was about the kingdom, was about preaching, about going to door, all that kind of, excuse my French, bullshit. And there was really very little emphasis given to personal empowerment. And they used to love that scripture that talked about physical training is beneficial for a little, blah, blah, blah. And of course, as you probably know, I don't believe in the Bible. I don't believe in God, Jesus, any of that stuff anymore, which has completely set me free, which is a whole nother story for another lifetime. But to get back on point about change, in our discussion, I talked about why it's important to maybe make a physical change. Like, going to Kingdom Hall for years, sitting in them seats, eating shitty food and not working out and not having any other kind of pursuits outside the kingdom pursuits. How important it would be to find something. And so for me, one of the things that I needed to do or wanted to do was I joined a run club when I moved to Chicago and was running with these fit girls, these fit guys, and thought, man, I could keep up with them. I couldn't keep up with nothing. I mean, even the biggest girls was beating my ass up and down the street. I said, okay, I get it. It's about totally making a complete change. And not only did running with these people teach me how to communicate with them, did it teach me how to get along with them and how to get outside of my own self and realize I was really quite weak in mind and in physical health. It was amazing because it transformed my body. And it also taught me that the mind is greater than the body. It's greater than any pain you suffer. It's greater than anything. And if you can run for 2.5 hours straight, like 13.1 miles, or even the full marathon at 26.2 miles and not quit and get to the end of it, shit, you can do just about anything you want to do. That includes rebuilding your identity, rebuilding your whole self, and becoming badass. I mean, I'm badass. You can be badass. And I think the way to do it is to start on the outside. I mean, if you don't like the way you look physically or your body feels, change that. Start working out, eat better, just go do something. Doesn't matter how old you are, what kind of shape you are. And then once you start to see that exterior change, then you start to lose your relationship with the old you, the old JW you that wasn't allowed to focus on the exterior. And if you can afford it, buy some new clothes, change your style, wear a beard, get some weave. I really have been thinking about getting some man weave, but I think some people in my life might think I was a little off if I did that. But my point is, there's nothing wrong with focusing on the exterior. So make a change and don't be scared to make a change. I mean, physical activity hurts. Getting started is painful. And, I struggle with it every day. But I can tell you what, I have done a couple marathons now, and I plan on doing more of those. Only because it puts me in a state of mind of conquering. It puts me around a group of people that are completely different than what I grew up with. And sometimes I'm ashamed of the folks that I was around growing up, but they just have no interest in doing anything else or making any kind of changes for the better. So it's a long road, it's a long journey, but you got to wipe that fear and be willing to change one thing. Start somewhere. One other thought before I get off this channel, in my bathroom on my mirror, I have a list of 4 or 5 things I want to do, and they're all exterior things, like biking 25 miles or running the next marathon, or even lately I've wanted to take a hike through, I don't know, the Sierras or something before I die, because it's one of those things I should have done when I was 25 or 30. Now I'm more than half dead, but I feel amazing. And you can do that too. So, again, all you used to be Jehovah Witness folks out there that are trying to find your way, take it from me. Go change something on the outside and see how it starts making you feel on the inside. I'm done. Until next time.